Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning. How's your week going? Mine's going pretty good. I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. I've said this before. They all run together. And if I didn't stream, I think I would be hopelessly lost as to the days. Sometimes I think maybe that's okay, right? I have switched from having a rigid, here's my chore list, I gotta get this done today. Hi, Guitar Nat, good morning. I have switched from that to a pretty much coasting through the day, doing what needs to be done, what I want to do. You know, I still have deadlines. I mean, I still have bills to pay. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry, let's start over. Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's too early in the morning for streaming. Anyway, I was saying that having retired means that now I kind of go from one thing to another. And if I wasn't streaming, I probably would lose track of what day it was completely. This is crafting day. I would love to get back to needlepoint. I'd love to get back to a whole bunch of stuff, but I still have a little bit of a pile of linen mending to do, and then once that's done, I can focus on the washing. I did get my borax, so at that point in time, I'll be working through the last of that lot, and that's a good thing because the reason I'm streaming a little earlier today is we are going to go pick up another auction lot, and it has a box of linens that this time are Christmas, and I'm real excited about that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bid on it and want to get it, right? You can't bid on stuff you're not going to really like if you get it, because the odds are you might get it, right? So anyway, I'm happy about that, but I'm getting another box of linens. So yeah, hi crafty lady, and I need to progress a little bit more on that. So I am going to do the last of the mending, and I have already hit one hitch. I cannot find my very tiny crochet hooks. They're the old-fashioned metal. They're all packed in one little green thing that I have had for ever. I mean, literally 40 years I've had it. And I realized that I haven't seen it for a while, and I know it's around here somewhere. I just couldn't find it this morning. And the few linens that are crochet lacework, I was going to fix those because I got thread to match. Let's go to the work area here. You can never find what you need. I know. Oh, that is so true in my life. I'm almost positive it never went upstairs. It's down here. And I swear I've looked everywhere this morning, and I couldn't find it. I bought this off-white ecru, whatever you want to call it. It is size 10, and I bought both the same size. This is the white, Aunt Lydia, and I do have white that is thinner. This is probably a 20 or something like that. So I have, and also this is just a little, I'm going to take the wrapping off and see, but this is a little off-white also. It's not a true white. And these linens have been around enough that they're not true white. Now, I want to do this without cutting the thread. To get this started, it should come off. It's a big ball, and it is way more than I need for just the bits of mending that I'm doing, but I mostly wanted to show that, this is the kind of stuff I want to fix. Right there, see that hole? And it's going to work perfect. I am so happy with the match, considering the age of the lace. But, like I said, I can't find my crochet hooks this morning, so I am going to be setting these aside, do the sewing part that I still have hanging around. And if I get done before the end of stream time, I've got some knitting sitting right here that we can work on. I'll work on my knitting. But you can see that this is going to match really good. So this was very successful for just buying it off the internet. And does this one need mending? Or was this... Oh yeah, there. Right there. See, yeah, I will try and do some crochet stitches in there, but I can't use the only crochet hook I have here is for yarn. You know, it's way too big, way too thick. I have to have the little ones. That's okay, it comes in handy for so many things. You used to make leaders for your spinning. Tying skeins, yes, tying skeins is a good one, attaching tags. And that's what I have been using, this thin one, and I think I'm going to switch to this. I've been tying skeins with this. Not when I sell it, that's before I wash it, right? Because most of the time I reskein them after. Yeah, this is... you know, I reskein them after I wash them, so they get redone. And then I usually tie it with something a little nicer, because I know I may sell. Alright, I am going to be putting these aside, if I can figure out where. And my desk is so full. Oh, I lost the label. My desk is so full. Oh, I think I'll stick it in this bag for right now. Alright, now let's go through this stack here and see what's thread. And this one here is really hard. Don't have thread. I need thread for that. Let's work on the hard one first here. First is find thread. Yep, that'll work. Oh, this one's really bad right here. Right there. Okay. This one might take me a while. Which thread's better? That's pretty good. Actually, I think I like... Oops. I think I like that one better. Full desk! Welcome to the club! Yes! Alright, these are tiny needles. Let's see if I've got one that's a little bigger here. Oh, I have one right here. What is this? Too big. That one goes in my darning, or my yarn needles. Anyway, how is everybody today? I had a wonderful birthday yesterday. In fact, we celebrated Sunday, and mostly by going up to Covington and staying at a hotel. I had a birthday dinner at a beautiful, beautiful place in Covington called Copens. It was actually in another hotel lobby, and that was really nice. So that was all of that was my birthday present from hubby, but as if you've looked in Discord, as you see, I also got to go to a yarn store up in Covington, and I bought some yarn. Okay, now, right here is what I'm going to work on. See, that is a hole. And I don't think I'm going to try and make these rosettes. But there is a rosette right there that I think I can. It's still attached, and I think I can. It's a good way to hide a knot. So, oops. I don't know if I'm going to need my glasses or not. It's kind of falling apart there. In fact, that looks like where they also started. Let me tack that down at one point. Come on through and I'll pull you. There. Okay. So I can aim this to the middle. I am sewing with a double thread, and I will go back to it. This is not what they did in this piece of work, but it's as close as I can get to what I know how to do. This is Battenberg lace, is what the work is. And I am going to go up here, about halfway. Can you see that? I know I'm working on the white, but I really, the brown table would be worse. And I'll go down here. It's looking like I might be better off using a single strand of thread and doing this double work instead of two strands, because really what they have is two strands and I'm ending up with four by going back to it. I'm going to go up here and to this angle. Oh, I am very happy with that. Very happy with that. Except for that. I don't like what that did. Let's see if I can. Tack that down better. Okay. So where do I go next? There's nothing close by, so I'm going to tie this and cut it. Let's do 2 knots. It was an awesome day. Definitely not an easy. No, this one was quite a challenge. I like I said, I went ahead and let's do this first. All right. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot. See, all of this is okay. Right here. We're just going to go around in a circle here because I don't think there's anything else in the middle. Here is the area, right? Nope, I can live with that. I don't need to fix that. Here's an area. This is okay. Yep. All right. So we've got this area right here and right here. Huh. Looks like somebody tied a knot there. Huh. Trying to fix that one. All right. My thread is of course a lot shorter, so I'm going to go to a single. So that when I go back and forth, it will just be a double. Boy, this thread's hard to knot. It's so fine. All right. Let's do in here first. What have I got loose here? I wonder if I can just knot my end onto that. No, not really. Excuse me. I have to be careful not to sew this to the white tablecloth. I can't really tell. There's probably should have been a, I don't know what happened to the oh, rosette. I keep wanting to call them knots. They're rosettes, I guess. I believe through this area it was just back and forth to hold the two tapes together. Really needed a little thicker thread. Regular sewing thread is too thin. Not too happy with that. All right. What can I do here? suppose this was really thin crochet cotton, is what it was. Now, I am really to the point I need to go ahead and get another thread. It's not this. I don't know why I have my big scissors out. Don't need them. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to. There are rosettes all along here. I am going to run from each rosette up to the tape. Like that. I know you can't see it. Can't see it that way either. The tape is also disintegrating some. This probably is pretty old. There's some I need to do on the other side also. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. Go over to the other side here. Oh, I see one I missed, but Wish I could do a close-up camera. It would be, I know, a lot more interesting for you all if you could actually see this happening. Oop. I knew that was going to happen. Yep, that's good. Tie that off and then go searching for my thread, which fell off. I'll show you the finish shot. I'm not so sure. It's pretty big. But thank you. Alright. I'm going to try this just because this is kind of slippery. I don't know. Let's try this. See if this is better. I think that might be better. Isn't that pretty? It's really pretty. Alright, my thread, I'll be right back here. It's down here. There we go. Okay. My needle's right here. Alright, I'll tie this off. My next area is right there. It's very different from a lot of the doilies and lacework and stuff that I've gotten over the years. Way more fragile than most of it. There's one broken thread right there. I wonder if I can tack that. Let me see if I can tack that. So I'm on a very short. I should start with a larger amount of thread for the bigger. Can I catch this thread? Can I? I don't think I can tie it. Huh, I did. I did it. I don't know if it'll hold, but I just went back a ways and, split down into the thread. I attached it that way. Okay. I'm right there. Don't see anything here. There's just a little bit right there. Maybe I could do that one. see it now. Okay. There it is. It's another one where I'm going to try splitting it. Oh, I didn't knot my thread. Alright, this is another one where I'm going to try to split into the existing thread. Plus add another bar. Alright, there we go. Caught the thread. Alright, tie this off. I need to do this right here. I think that might be it, because I see where I was working. Oh, I missed this one. Alright, I will do that with the end of this part right here, which will take a big thread. So one of the things we always do for May 1st that, you know, coincides with my birthday. It's not really part of my birthday celebration. I really started it when I learned about the Wiccan calendar and Beltane. Is we have the official porch opening, porch blessing for the summer, and it's usually a delightful event. I mean, we always enjoy sitting on the porch anyway, but throughout the winter there are so few opportunities, and by this time of the year a lot of times the weather's pretty nice. So, well, that was not true this time. It was quite chilly yesterday. We still sat out there for one glass of May wine, and oh, I know what I did. But it was cold. I had a jacket on. May wine turned out really good. We used a rosé from sort of local. It's from over in Indiana. We consider it one of our local wineries. I wonder if they make this on a frame, on framework. You know, it works so much better if you have a little bit of tension on those threads to pull it, you know, when you're actually doing the connecting work. I wouldn't be surprised if there were people who were good at making the motifs of the Battenberg Lakes and people who were good at putting them together. Because it's like totally different, two different skills, really. The other thing I got at this auction is a spot lamp, and I'm pretty happy about that. I wanted that to replace putting the OttLite here, because that OttLite always has that flicker to it when on the camera with it. I really don't like. So I'm hoping that this little spot lamp works. They never tell you one way or another. Sometimes they do, but it was in what they called a lot of a big box full of office supply stuff, and there are two 3-drawer plastic storage cupboards, which I'm excited about, not for office supplies, but crafting supplies. So, yay! This one's going to have to go out somewhere in my house. Let's see. I know there was a small spot somewhere. I think it was. Let's see here. here. Let me fix that. Almost done. I really do believe I am almost done here. Nothing major anymore, just one or two strands. The only thing we didn't do on our trip up there, because I was in a hurry to get home. I'll tell you why in a minute, but we didn't go to Cincinnati to Jungle Gyms. Now, this is something we go up to this Covington frequently enough that it's not a big deal. I can catch that at any point. So, I do intend to do that. When we left Sunday morning, early afternoon, Newman the cat had gotten into a fight with the feral cats that are around here the night before, and he was limping, and he was acting really hurt. Like, he didn't want to eat. He would go up about 6 steps and then sit there and then go up 6 steps, like to go upstairs. So I was worried about him. And we had hotel reservations. I really couldn't just not go. We had the reservations at the restaurant. I mean, we had to go. So I was kind of in a hurry to get home. Now, by the time I got home, he wasn't limping anymore. He was doing all right. So I'm happy about that. Very happy about that. I was real afraid he'd gotten bitten. You know, those bites like that can get really nasty really quick and be life-threatening. So I was a little worried he had gotten bitten. Okay, go up here and tie it off. Oh, I did. She is a lady my age, and when I first walked in there, you know, she greeted me and welcomed me, and it's not big, okay, it's all on one floor, and you know, but she walked me around there like she was showing off her house. Now here we have, you know, the sock yarns, and here we have the baby yarns. They carry mostly Rowan, and that's fine, but so that's what I bought for the sweater, but the sock yarn that I bought is dyed by a local dyer, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So that was nice to have the local, and then after that, she just, you know, after she walked me around, showed everything, she just like, go ahead and shop. And hubby was with me, and he'd come in and go out, and they were so worried that, you know, They kept saying to him, sit down, sit down, sit down, because they had a nice sitting area, and Rhapsody and Hugh, fun play on words. Yes, it is. Yeah. And he, oh, no, I'm fine, I'm going to go out. He had already walked the street a couple blocks, all four directions, checking out what was around, and, and everything, because after I did decide on yarns and paid for them, I did sit down and do a little knitting and talking. There were two knitters there, and of course the store owner, and there was another shopper who came in while I was still shopping, and they, in the course of them welcoming her, she says, "Oh yeah, tomorrow's my birthday." She had a May 1st birthday, just like me. I was like, so we just chatted and said happy birthday to each other, but that was like, what are the odds? Great minds think alike, right? We have a birthday, we go buy yarn. Okay, I am going to call this done. It's not perfect. I mean, it's got loose threads here and there, but I believe it's acceptable. And this one I'm keeping, so I'm not going to put that in the for sale box. Now, this, let's see. This, I think, is crochet thread that I need to do, and well, yep, right there. That's going to have to wait. So I'll put that over there. I have no idea what this is. This is not a curtain. Okay, it is not a loop here. Now, I could sew this and put it on top of my curtains, right? And maybe they unsewed it to just take it off, or maybe they intended to put it on a curtain and never got it there. It's not alone, though. I have a second one here, which looks like a buffet. So it's possible my friend said, no, they probably put that up on the shelf above, put that on a shelf. I said, I don't think it would stay there. Oh, you just sit stuff on there. I was like, I don't know. But this one here, it doesn't match, so it's not like they belong to each other. This one is definitely goes on a buffet, though. So this does not have probably any use. I don't think I have any use for it, but I am not going to take the lace off of it like I did on some where there was so much. I'm checking the lace first here. There was so much damage to the lace, or to the fabric, that I kept the lace and not the fabric. Yeah, this needs a hole mended. I think the lace is fine on this. It is. Alright. We also have some brown spots, but we have one tiny little hole to mend. But I wrote my daughter and I told her, in a text message, I said, I did not realize how starved I was for the sitting in a yarn store, knitting with other knitters, talking. It's been years because there was nothing during the pandemic, and the yarn stores local to me did close before the pandemic. It wasn't the pandemic that closed them. This was burned. You can see it burned. Yeah, unfortunately, it's too bad. That the yarn store is just not available to me anymore. I've had any number of them over the years. After we went to the store, oh, it was a nasty day. It was cold, rain, and we went to the German restaurant and we both got a big bowl of potato soup because we were just like, ugh, it's so cold. We'd been walking, not from the yarn store, that I had to drive to, but from the hotel. So anyway, as we were talking about the fact that the yarn stores in the town near us never could make it, and hubby's very aware of it because he had gone with me all the different stores. We were talking about all the different ones that had tried to open and didn't stay open. And also, it was absolutely no spinning conversation. It was specifically knitting. And that's unusual for me too, although I told him I was a spinner. I showed him some yarn. I took some of my hand spun, showed him my yarn, and they were all like, that very, very complimentary, and like, that looks like, that's wonderful yarn. I've heard spinning is so relaxing and zen and all that, but it was, but I knit. In other words, it's not going to go there. Probably very wisely. And as I think I said in the previous stream, don't go into a yarn store if they don't have spinning supplies around, and force spinning on them, because at this point in time, their inventory is invested in people being knitters and crocheters. But it's also very common to run into, like the one yarn store I used to go here locally had a group of us that also spun. Well, in fact, two of the stores did. And it wasn't the same group either. It wasn't like the same group of people. But, so they were just as apt to spin as they were to knit, using the yarn store as a meeting place. But that doesn't always happen. It's amazing how long it takes to really properly cover neatly a tiny hole. It takes more time than if you just cut a patch and put it over there. So, Guitar Nut, did you get your jeans patched? I know when I was doing this last week, we talked about that a little bit. Or is it still in your back burner pile? Man, I tell you, I have so many projects started and things that I want to do. I used to be able to ignore them because I was like, no, I work, I don't have time to do that. Can't ignore it anymore. I made myself a lemon cake for my birthday. Oh, it was so good. It's a big cake. I'm going to take some, I think, to my daughter and grandson. Maybe tonight after she gets off work. Okay. The Darning Loom arrived. You had a friend. Oh, yeah, you did. I saw that. Yeah, you didn't have much time. Yeah. Yep. That's how it goes. You know, this has one, two, there's real faint ones and there's one real bad one. There's 4 real faint ones and 1 real bad one. Oh, yeah? Oh, good. You're working on it right now. So I'm going to do something weird here. I don't think I want to do this where there are so many brown spots. I'm going to treat this like a darn. Because I am not having any luck at all getting the brown spots out. And this is for me. I have a buffet that I can use this on, so this will be a little experiment. I know it's gonna work. It will cover up that brown. I can't imagine doing it for all of the spots. That would just be awful. But is it better to see a little bump from the stitching or the brown? I don't know why. The brown really offends me. It just makes me like, why can't that wash out? Can't think of it as a stain, right? It's just from time and age and so. All right. This is done. After I tie this, I love the lace work in this, although it's just regular fillet. Fillet. No, I guess it is fillet. Fillet and crochet. I don't know how to say that word. Okay. Ta-da! Stretch break. Right at an hour. Oh, I got too much to go there. I hope it goes quicker. I don't remember what. Oh, okay. That's because the last one is a huge full-size tablecloth. So, oh, this one I think is, did it have holes? I know I cut the, oh yeah, it has holes right there. I cut the lace off. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh, I was thinking about doing embroidery thread on that, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Did I leave my embroidery? No, I moved it. Okay, I'll be right back. It's right over there. I just have to get up, and that's not always a pretty sight. Hang on a minute. Crafty lady. You make me laugh, crafty lady. Alright, I'm back. Let's get the camera back in range here. Okay, so we have blue flowers with a yellow center. The yellow center I may avoid because I'm covering up the boy, need better light. I really think that's well, if I can't tell. Too gray. Yeah, that's it right there. If I had my way, I would do all my mending by putting embroidery on it. But it only really works if you already have embroidery, right? Okay, flower. Oops, got a little bit of thread hanging on there. Let's go this way. Unfortunately, what would be ideal is if I could just do an out loop thing here, like what's there, but then fill it in somehow. Kind of like outlining a hole that's already there for part of your embroidery. Back to the weather. It's gonna stay, it's sunny today, but it's gonna stay chilly this whole week. In fact, Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning, we have the potential of a frost. So we are not out of the woods yet as far as putting plants out. Oops. Don't not. Please don't not. Thank you. Oh, well, that went in the hole. Not what I wanted to happen. Yeah. Thank goodness I'm not OCD, because if I do this, I would have to go along and embroider this design everywhere so it matched. Not doing it. We're just gonna live with it. Look at that, though. Yeah. Just covered the hole. I got one I'm gonna try and catch down. It's sticking up bad. Right there. That was going around the corner with those outline stitches. Okay. Yes, I am happy with that. Let's tie a knot. Coffee's cold. Ooh, that's perfect. Oh, I went to Starbucks because they'll give you a free cup of coffee on your birthday, but you have to actually go like your birthday or 24 hours after. And we were driving home, so we passed a Starbucks, and I went in there and we just ordered coffees. Didn't order anything special. I said, this is pretty big here. I don't think I'm gonna outline it. I think I'm gonna just. Well, I was gonna make a flower. What do I want to do here? I think what I want to do is sew it together with the yellow to make the center, and then just make the little flower around it. Anyway, we went into Starbucks and I said, it's my birthday. I'd like to have a cup of coffee. And I said my husband wants just a tall coffee also. And after we got our coffee, I gave her my Starbucks card, which has money on it. Oh, no, never mind. Enjoy. She gave us each a cup of coffee. It's like, oh, that was nice. Now, what if, instead of using 2 strands, I use 3? It's thicker, and I don't get a whole bunch of thread, just a little bit here. I have a knot. That's a nicely organized thread box. Yeah. If I had let myself bid on another auction, not this one, but in the past, I would have had 4 more of them. There was actually 3 or 4 more. There was 3. I would have had 4 of them. There was actually 3 for sale, just exactly like this with all that thread in there. And I was like, you don't need that much thread. Gosh, embroidery thread takes forever to use. I mean, it would get used up if I actually did embroideries, cross stitches, whatever. I'm just not doing that craft very often. Okay. So let's see if we can lightly draw this together to a center. I don't want to crinkle it too much. Okay, that's reasonably flat. Do the same with this other tiny hole. Just gonna probably take about 4 stitches. Don't come out of the needle. All right. You can use as few or many strands as you need. Yeah. Crafty Leah says, I have a few of those. You've done cross stitch for years. Oh, okay. And you have one for silk embroidery. Yes, I have not gotten into the silk embroidery threads at all. Which sound wonderful, but if I was doing a, much better level of embroidery, or it called for it or whatever, I definitely would, but Guitar Nut says, I don't know what kind of thread to buy for the jeans patching. Okay. I was looking around the items, but no thread on a bobbin looked like it was thick enough. So you got, colorful embroidery thread. That's, Right. And you can use 3 strands, 4 strands, whatever you feel is sturdy enough for your. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what I would have suggested. Yep. That's a nice thing about embroidery thread. You can use whatever you need. Now, Crafty Lady, does the silk come in the 6 strand like the cotton? Or is it more twisted where you don't separate it? You just use it as it comes? It's ribbon. Okay. That's why I was thinking of. That's why I was thinking you. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, it makes a very 3D. They make flowers and stuff out of it. I have a book about doing the flowers with it. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what? These are done with the satin stitch, not a chain. That's too bad. That's really too bad. I'm not very good getting a nice even satin stitch. I guess this is practice. I should have kept my embroidery hoop out. Yeah, this really should have the embroidery hoop to do it. Okay, guys. I am going to put this aside and get my embroidery hoop and do a nicer job on it because I'm not going to be able to do it without the embroidery hoop. So I will take that with me and set it beside my chair, work on that tonight. And I will need that yellow. No, I don't need the yellow anymore. I need the blue though. What did I do with the blue? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is like opening up the inside of a ball of yarn. It's really weird. I must have multiple strands on here. There we go. There is silk embroidery floss and rayon. Oh, okay. All right. I need a holder to wrap that black on. I meant to do that last time and didn't do it. Okay. In fact, I need 2 holders. Alright, I threw this one on the floor. Let's see what it needs. Oh, yes. Just going to do that with a bluish white thread. Okay, it's just that one spot right there. This is done by machine. And I am not going to try and mimic the embroidery. I am just going to mend the hole. Oh no, I dropped my needle. Oh dear. I'll have to look for that later. Yeah. Let's see. My appointment to pick up my stuff is at 2, although I can go later. But I got on earlier thinking that I'd get off at 12:30. I don't know if I will or not. I may stay on longer. I would love to get this done. I am so frustrated by the amount of time, like you're just saying, Guitar Nut. It just takes forever. Alright. This is a kind of a big mend. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a... I'm afraid my white patch would not be I just don't think that's going to work. I can't think of a really nice way to patch it that way. With fabric. You know, okay, I've got 2 small holes, pinholes I am going to fix here. And this other one I am going to get embroidery thread and treat it as if it's a cut work, part of the cut work pattern. No rush. Take your time. Oh, yeah, it's all about the processes. Enjoy the process. That is so true. So zen. They look like tiny little holes, and they kind of keep getting wider as I yeah, it is not mending well because it is expanding really. The threads are undoing themselves. Right. I have to figure out how to go around this teardrop cut so that it ends up looking like I sewed the outline and then cut that out instead of the opposite. I know how to do a blanket stitch. But just sew around the edge of it also works. I just have to go quite a ways back. Um, yeah, with this kind of mending on it, I believe. And it also has quite a few, it has some brown on it that I know I'm not going to really be able to get off, so. I'm really, really picky about if I'm going to try and ask money for it. The one thing I did do is get a table set up. I still need to put a vinyl outside tablecloth on it, but it's set up so that I can lay the ones that I want to put out in the sun for the browning, the yellowing. I mean, it's not around a tree or anything. It's got to get direct sun most of the day. Of course, the sun has to shine, but so I when I get into the washing, I'll decide which ones can just go in the dryer and which ones go out in the sun to dry. Well, I got a knot. Alright, other than the fact I've got this right here, so it doesn't look really shaped right. Let's see if I can sew that under. I'm going to go around it again. And put a second layer of stitches on top of the first. Now what I should do to make it look exactly right is put bars across there. So I'm going to do that. Am I in the camera? Can you see? Right now it still looks like a hole, right? And this here looks like a design, right? Because of the bars that go across it. So we're just going to put some bars across it. Yep. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. Looks a little more intentional. Okay, and just finish up going around here. Okay. tie this one more time. Oh, I think I'm happy with that. It has not the same thickness and a little bit of lumpiness, but yeah, it's a little bit of lumpiness. But the little holes are covered up, and unfortunately the brown is right there too. You know, sometimes I kind of wonder if the brown is people ironing and scorching it. Okay, that's in the keep pile. And we are down to this and the big tablecloth. And I'm not going to do the big tablecloth on stream. I more likely have to spread it out on the table. And this needs hemmed. This needs sewn on my machine. They hemmed it. Okay, I see what they did. They hemmed it intentionally to be decorative. So maybe I'll leave that. I may have to. It's, you know, it's not. I think I'll take that out and hem it with the machine, because it's not working. We've got some strands missing here, but I'm not going to worry about that. This one I really like. I'm going to keep it. And I have one hole right here. And since there is nothing else in the middle, and the theme seems to be a lot of, I am going to go ahead and do thread and patch it in. Just sew the hole shut. And this will be it for the stream. Fasten it without a knot. This needle does not have as sharp of a point as the one I was using, and it's fighting me a little bit. The one that's on the floor, which I hope I find before the sweeper finds it. I'm doing a few base ones that are woven. This is very obviously even weave fabric. So there's, visibly I can see the threads on the regular fabric, but I would never be able to match those. Just doing a little bit to give it the appearance of it. And then I'm going to fill in real good with a solid over top of that. This is big. It keeps wanting to pull out of my hands. Alright, the one thing I've learned out of this is I definitely need to use embroidery hoops. I don't know why I didn't think about it before I got the stream set while I was setting up the stream. I just need to remember. In the future. All right. Even the ads are telling me it's time to. Time to call it quits. Okay. Now, this should be taken out. All of it should be taken out. And I will just stitch it with the machine. Huh. All right. Easier said than done. And I can hem this with a thread, a color thread, you know, so that it looks like it won't look like what they did here, but it'll be the same concept, just a nice even stitch. Good or not good? Good and tight. Wow. There we go. You just about finished. Yay! Really sewed the corners down good, but that's good. I mean, that's good sewing. Oh, I tore it. Tore the fabric. I will do a new hem on that. It tore on the fold. I half expected to get it with my scissors, but that didn't happen. But I didn't expect it to do that on the fold. Okay. Oh no. It's no biggie. I'll just fold a new. There's plenty of extra on the side there. It'll just be a little narrower. One more corner here. Okay, let's see here. Is this? No, this is still. Yeah. Both sides did it. Fabric must be really weak. All right. The thread is very weak too. That's why this is just popping open. Okay. There we go. Now I have to pick all that off, which I'm gonna not sit here and do, but now you all know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick all that off and then just sew it with machine thread. Okay. So that goes upstairs. going to Twitch. Gonna see who's on. KB ought to be on. Nobody else. Holy mackerel, those are big beetles. I don't know what this person's doing. It's Nicaragua stuff. Okay. Nope. Just Dragon Rider Cat, who is crocheting.
He's your guide. Or you're taking the turns as they come. Whether your trip is fueled by fantasy or electricity. When it comes to making real-life magic,
Sorry,
at
ads.
Hyundai, we're thinking of every mile.
I guess I could mute them.
There's magic in the journey.
Sorry about that. I didn't think about that. There we go. Oh, she's on. Oh, okay. Hello. Unmute. There we go.
Last time, travel, Oh, so, chat, I'm going to shoot for hopefully this Saturday.
Yeah, right.
But we're going to have our after-hour stream. For those that don't know what that means...
Get organized here. Okay, here we go. Don't see anybody from the usual crowd? No. No. That's okay. We're going to go to Dragon Rider Cat. Cat was with a K. And, I'll say hello, but then I gotta head out. Not K-E-T, K-A-T. All right. Channels intended for mature audiences. Hey, you all, thank you for hanging out with me today. It's been good to have somebody to talk to while I, instead of just muttering to myself as I did all that mending. I think we're officially done with the mending for a while. When I come back on Thursday evening, I'm hope that I can have a few things to show you from what I go pick up today. And I'll be back to spinning. So you all take care, have a good week, and I will see you at Dragon Rider Cats. Here we go. Bye.
Lady Ferdinand, we got a raid! Yard Spinner Tales, welcome in! So that's something to look forward to this weekend is reading after hours, romance adult. Hello, welcome in, how are you doing? Also remember, Fridays we are going to be spinning more of my Angora's wool with a lovely, spinning